Okay, so I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the Sistine Chapel, which is in Rome, Italy. The actual building itself was built in 1477, and it wasn't until 1508 that Pope Julius II commissioned Michelangelo to paint the inside, the ceiling, and then some of the walls for the structure. Michelangelo was actually a very strange choice to paint the inside of the Sistine Chapel, because as an artist by nature, he loved sculpture. Sculpture was his passion. But he proved to be a very good painter in the fact that he brought in a lot of his sculptural techniques into his paintings. And you can see that throughout the entire ceiling and the walls. You can see that through the figures in the way that they were painted, and you can also see that through some of the architectural features that he also painted. So let's take a look at the images themselves. He created an architectural framework that kind of segments off each of these pieces. And within each of these pieces, he painted images from the Old Testament of the Bible. So different Bible stories. Starting in the center of the ceiling, you can see here that Michelangelo started at the very beginning, the creation story. And then as he worked out, he painted the other images from the Bible, like you can see Adam and Eve up here. And then he used paint to create sections that looked a lot like architecture. This looks like architecture, however, it is all manipulated with paint. Another interesting fact about Michelangelo's painting of the Sistine Chapel is his use of color. He used extremely bright colors to make every inch of the ceiling and walls really bright and vibrant, so that it was a space that you could look everywhere and you could see lots and lots of colorful images. A lot of people couldn't read, so they used these Bible stories as ways of informing themselves about their religion. Michelangelo, if you can take a look at the sculpture, or take a look at the figures themselves, they look extremely three-dimensional. You can see in here he used depth, and it makes it look like he actually chiseled each of these figures, and it gave it a very three-dimensional feel, just like these architectural pieces here. Going back to the color really quickly, people didn't even realize until recently, when they cleaned the walls and the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel, exactly how intense and vibrant all of the colors were in his painting. And that pretty much sums it up.